$7 million for reef fish management, $25 million to combat Asian carp, $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint, when they thought about it. Bad deal, should have never been thought of.
Everybody digging my chili, what I'm laying down, that is not true. Everybody digging my chili, what I'm laying down, that is not true.
No good. No good.
In case you don't know, and you haven't seen the latest polls, the American people hold the President of the United States in contempt. They hold this institution in contempt. They hold the Republican Party in contempt. They hold the Democratic Party in contempt. They think that maybe, given all of the crises facing this country, it's about time that there was some bold leadership here and that this institution made some hard choices.
No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
Well, you have to say, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, oh, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. Isn't it wonderful? People coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops.
All of a sudden, we can't talk about Neanderthal DNA.
That's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's a perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught,
Everybody digging my chili, what I'm laying down, that is not true.
They say, no, this is just soup for my family.
Get your words straight, Jack.
Dumb people, liberal people.
Look, talk about education. I propose that what we take is those very poor schools, the Title I schools, triple the amount of money we spend from 15 to 45 billion a year. Give every single teacher a raise to equal raise getting out the $60,000. Number two, make sure that we bring in to help the teachers deal with the problems that come from home. The problems that come from home. We have one school psychologist for every 1,500 kids in America today. It's crazy. The teachers are I'm married to a teacher. My deceased wife is a teacher. They have every problem coming to them. We have to make sure that every single child does in fact have 3, 4, and 5-year-olds go to school, not daycare, school. We bring social workers into homes and parents to help them deal with how to raise their children. It's not that they don't want to help, they don't know quite what to do. Play the radio, make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night, the phone, make sure the kids hear word. A kid coming from a very poor school, a very poor... I gotta go. Let me respond. There's a lot to respond to here. Let's get something straight. You shouldn't be disappointed. What I've done so far is more than anybody else has done this far. Okay? Number one. Number two. I mean what I say when I say it.
Figuring out whether you're
I mean what I say when I say it.
You ain't black, and you ain't black, and you ain't black, and you ain't black, and you ain't black.
On 3 platforms that I was told could not possibly win the election. All men and women created by it. Number one. Number two. I mean what I say when I say it. I mean what I say when I say it.
You ain't black, and you ain't black.
I'm the only person who's ever run.
Did you use the word smart?
On 3 platforms that I was told
you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college.
I never ceased from it.
You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest.
Shame on you. They fooled me, we can't get fooled again.
Well, it was an amazing phone call I made. 40 Wall Street actually was the second tallest building in downtown Manhattan, and it was actually, before the World Trade Center, was the tallest. And then when they built the World Trade Center, it became known as the second tallest, and now it's the tallest. And I just spoke to my people.
And this is just the beginning of America First.
8 months after his alleged meeting with
and by the way, I don't think that's some grand conspiracy. And by the way, I don't think that's some grand conspiracy. I think this is sort of what power is. I mean this at a sort of high level.
A real beautiful company.
They're not accountable to anyone. I get 10 to 12 million views a month, and they won't come out and address my progressive audience. They won't come out and address Bree's audience, or Katie's audience, or Justin Jackson, or you.
And I still believe in
they are not accountable to us. They're accountable to whoever the fuck themselves.
And I still believe in
ourselves. As Chris Hedges taught us a long time ago, the people attracted to politics are the most mediocre of people. They're not your friends. They are elected servants. It's not fucking treating them that way.
I hear Brownie is seconding you in the background.
They're not your fucking friends. They're the people standing in between us and fucking healthcare. They're putting their fucking personal position ahead of that. Don't fucking forget that.
And by the way, I don't think that's some grand conspiracy. I think this is sort of what power is. I mean this at a sort of high level.
Who isn't endorsing hashtag the vote? All those motherfuckers who didn't show up today at our town hall. Every fucking one of them is selling you out.
We can talk about Jimmy Dore can go and kill 15 kids tomorrow, and I still believe in force the vote.
Not good. Believe me, not good.
But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. We don't want anybody hurt. It's a very tough period of time. There's never been a time like this where such a thing happened.
The founder of the Proud Boys is a Fed. I don't think anybody was surprised by that at all. He looks like a narc.
And by the way, I don't think that's some grand conspiracy. I think this is
they're
sort
clearly
of what power
the same niggas as Antifa, like Antifa and Proud Boys just came up out of nowhere with Trump, and we're gonna talk about that stuff on our Rock Big Parade. They're clearly the same niggas as Antifa, like Antifa and Proud Boys just came up out of nowhere with Antifa, like Antifa and Proud Boys just came up out of nowhere with a while. They're clearly the same niggas as Antifa. A while, boys I've been saying for a while. They're clearly the same niggas as Antifa. The Proud Boys I've been saying for a while. The Proud Boys I've been saying for. They're clearly the same niggas as Antifa. They're clearly the same niggas as Antifa. Proud Boys I've been saying for a while. Proud Boys I've been saying for a while. They're clearly the same niggas as Antifa.
Dumb people, liberal people, liberal people, liberal people.
As far as my relationships with all people, I think I have great relationships with all people. I am the least racist person in this room.
No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
Antifa exists. Antifa exists.
He was a patriot, and the people left behind there were heroes. And I resent like hell. I'm talking about my son, Bo Biden. You're talking about me.
I don't know Bo. I know Hunter.
Yeah,
Hunter got thrown out of the military. He was thrown out, dishonorably discharged.
That's not true. It wasn't
cocaine use, and he didn't have a job until you became vice president. So this Burmisia, they say, pronounce it Burmisia. A real beautiful company.
Watch Hillary examine the terrain. Watch a campaign with the man Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine in the membrane. Tim Kaine in the brain.
Get your words straight, Jack. Get your words straight, Jack. Get your words straight, Jack. But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
And then they have cans of soup.
Oh shit. Hello. Forgot to turn the loop off. Oh my god. I ruined the intro. It's ruined. It's over. I gotta stop the stream now. I ruined it. I forgot to turn the loop off. Hey. How's it going, everyone? How's it? Drink some bottled water here. So I've got a problem. What is this? So like I've got this, you know, like the little, it's like the hangnail equivalent of a plastic bottle of water. Like I was trying to get this ring off, you know, the ring, it got stuck to the cap. I was trying to get this fucking ring off. And I can't, and then it turned into this. So like this is the best I got, right? So I'm just gonna have to like put it on there like that, and I've got like a hangnail going on. It's bizarre, right? Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to the motherfucking broadcast. What's up? How's it going? Yeah, I am definitely going to talk about Ryan Knight today, so don't worry about that. This guy is, you know, a little bit of a bizarro individual. You know, a little bit of a bizarro individual. You know, the guy's a little bizarro. Like, I don't really even know how to describe it. But yeah, I'll talk about that at some point. Hello, everyone. Hello. How's it going? Jesus Christ, there's so many people. All right, we got Lauren, real name. Addie had me like. We have Fun Po Lice. We got Sarah. We got Billiard. We got Bob. I just broke my fucking desk, so that's gonna be a problem. We got Home. We got Kalida. We got Beth Ann E. And then also E. We got Guy Hosty. We've got Bongo. Not to be confused with Dan Bongo, of which is currently trying to get someone to dig his chili. Yeah, my desk, I think, has just broken live on stream. Like, this is actually a little bit of a disaster. Oh, no. Okay, I think I have salvaged it. Maybe. Anyway, hello Ninja Do, hello Lindsay, hello Guinea, hello Sonic. Bye. Oh, Sonic's here early today. Hello Jira, hello Hua, I don't know. Hello 1000 G2 G3 4 G7 9674. Hello Bud Is It Art? Hello Mr. Freak Glitcher. Hello Mark. Hello Mike Silver. Hello Joe Chen. Let's see. Hello Digging My Chili.
Everybody digging my chili, what I'm laying down, that is not true.
Motherfucker. Hello Quincy. Hello DCK Punk. Hello Zero Pain Elemental. Stop breaking my IKEA furniture. I wish I had IKEA furniture. Hello, James Duffy. You got Wolf Tone. Don't know what that means. Hello, Slash. Hello, Dan Yul. More like Dan Y'all. What's up? Hello, Vertigo. Hello, Chad. All right. Wow. Okay. Wow. Man, I'm like, okay, I've got Ryan Knight's Twitter feed open. And it's really bad. Like, this is really bad. I'm just like, I guess I'll start this segment now. I mean, I'm just like, I was searching for the tweet, to make fun of him. And, oof, my lord. Okay, so, Let's see. Where is the tweet of him stepping back from... What the hell? This guy's Twitter feed. Holy shit. Damn, I can't find it. Does anyone have that tweet? Can someone link that to me? Someone link that tweet to me? Because I somehow can't find it. Maybe I'm just, you know... Okay, here we go. Alright, so this is the tale of the last couple of bits of information here. So, Ryan Knight, host of the podcast, the hit podcast, that has a lot more hits than I do, Amped Up, I think it's called, has had a little bit of a bizarro few bits of time on Twitter over the last, like, 24 hours or so. And so, I covered this yesterday. It was going viral on Twitter that the Movement for a People's Party, MPP or People's Party, whatever, that just registered in California, or at least is trying to register in California, they need to get 80,000 people on board. I'm guessing that they're starting with California because they want to run Jimmy Dore as a candidate, but just a guess. So it was recently shown that they are anti-socialist. They are not just not socialist, but they're ostensibly and specifically anti-socialist. They said that they do not want to partner with the Greens because the Greens are, quote, too socialistic. They also say that socialism doesn't appeal in red states. If that were the case, why did Bernie Sanders in 2016 do so well in red states? Now you can say that maybe because everyone hated Hillary Clinton. We didn't get much of a chance to test that thesis in 2020 given the pandemic and all the garbage that occurred in the 2020 primary. But so Ryan Knight says, he's responding to the criticism, and he says, I am stepping back for now, but this is the important bit. I am stepping back for now. I want that to be, like, chief. I'm going to highlight that, right? I am stepping back for now. Oh, my desk is broken. If only I had as many hits as Ryan Knight, maybe I'd be able to have a desk that doesn't break in the middle of my live stream. But he says, I am stepping back for now from the advisory council of the People's Party. I believe we need a viable third party in America, not that represents the interests of the people, not corporations. But I believe it must be rooted in socialism. I wish them nothing but solidarity in their vision. So Ryan Knight is like, all right, man, I love socialism, bro. Right, I love socialism. Bro, I'm the socialistest of the socialists, right? Like, I love socialism. It's my favoritism. That's it. You know what? I respect that. But then Ryan Knight has tweeted out this other bizarre stuff. So people... Okay, let me start with this one. So, I'm not going to bother watching that. But Ryan Knight says, this is tough but fair. I radicalized so quickly over the past year that I basically skipped DSA. However, Dem Socialists could be the most important socialist organization in America if they stopped funneling grassroots movements into the capitalist Democratic Party to die? What? Like, that doesn't mean anything. And this is the thing, is Ryan Knight, like, you know, this is not some dumb bitch. This is like a 300,000 follower account. And so when he says this shit, like, oh, the DSA is capitalist. What? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So this guy steps back from the People's Party because they're anti-socialist. And then a couple hours later goes on his Twitter page to attack DSA. Which, like he says, which is actually true right now, I think it is the most important socialist organization in America. Right? And it can definitely garner a lot more steam ahead of time, like in the future. There's a lot of other organizations, of course, that you should be supporting. I say you should join as many orgs as you can. Right? But again, this whole thing is just like... And you see, like, again, in this tweet, that's just his Twitter feed. In this tweet, he says, I believe nothing but solidarity in their vision. In this tweet, it's, they're capitalists. So this is why I want everyone to be very aware that he is not stepping back from the PP, or the Movement for a People's Party. He's just kind of stepping back for now. He's trying to kind of, you know, gain some pity points in this new criticism. And also, again, he's attacking DSA. And then people are responding to him. And this is a really good... This is really good. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's so good. So, and then Ryan Knight says, DSA folks get so mad and offended by the slightest bit of criticism. This is not a slight bit of criticism. This is spreading a lie about DSA. They do not funnel grassroots movements into capitalist democratic parties, okay? What they do is they are an outside pressure campaign that will assist specific candidates, maybe if they run as the Democrat in a Democratic primary, maybe if they run in a third party in areas where that's more viable. They are not party specific, okay? They didn't even endorse Joe Biden at all. An easy layup of an endorsement. They decided to say, we're not just going to endorse anyone because that's not our position. They are not an electoral party. They are an organizational apparatus. But this guy is so fucking stupid and uneducated that he just doesn't know that. And again, it's not a problem if you say something silly, right? It's a problem if you say something silly and you've got 361 fucking thousand followers, right? That's the problem, right? Like if I say something silly, really only like 40 people are gonna really, care about it at all, right? Whereas if this guy says something silly, all of a sudden it's viral on Twitter. Everyone's talking about it. So this guy's like, why continue to organize mass movements into a capitalist party that just co-ops and destroys them? That doesn't happen. Literally, this is fan fiction. Ryan Knight is spewing fan fiction. That's what this is. The DSA does not organize mass movements into a capitalist party. They are an outside organization that applies pressure to anyone that is willing to be pressured. That's what they are. They don't funnel anything into the fucking capitalist party. And again, to claim that AOC is a capitalist pig. Oh, DSA, why are you supporting Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? She's a capitalist pig. Oh! I'm sorry, but I mean, like, this shit is just...
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
It's not sending their best. Ryan Knight is not sending his best. Let me just tell you. Oh my god. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day today. Ultra leftist, like I'm a superhuman. That's why. Ultra leftist. I love the ultra leftist memes, to be honest with you. They're really, really good. I had like a piece of garbage on my desk that's kind of been triggering me for a few days. I just decided to get rid of it. It's not that he's fucking stupid. He is. It's that he wants to be the leader for money of something without putting in work or organizing or doing anything meaningful. Grifter's gonna grift. Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm having a good day. I hope you're having a good day. And, there you go. I mean, like, this is just, wow. There's so much going on in the world, let me just tell you. I want to, get all the Twitter drama and, like, stupid intra-YouTube drama out of the way. So I think I'm going to go into another hot topic in just a second here. I dreamed I was visiting the big TV room of an old folks home, and they were asking if it was time for your show. That is amazing. That is amazing. That is beautiful. I would love to broadcast at an old folks home. If anyone has that ability to do so, hit me up. So I got a big 2-liter of seltzer here. A few sips left. Let me hit it up. All right. I'm now hydrated. How much sucrose is in that seltzer? Absolute 0, buddy. They said it was the only way they could stand learning about the news. I mean, I feel it. My main demographic, people over the age of 80. But hey, I'll take them. Big seltzer got you too. Oh my god. That's the, I mean, seltzer's pretty good. I mean, I don't know. When I was in New Jersey, they had big 2 liters of seltzer for like 80 cents. Can you believe it? 80 cents for a 2-liter of seltzer. Down here in North Carolina, it's like $1.20 for 1 liter, right? And it's like, what? You know, so I stocked up on some seltzer and smuggled it down. But yeah, I had my first cup of coffee in 8 days today, right before I started this stream. It was half a cup of coffee, half a cup of soy ass motherfucking ass, with a little bit of cinnamon flavored protein powder for taste, for protein. And I gobbled that shit up, and it was very delicious. So I got a little bit of energy. That's why I broke my desk 13 times already as the stream started, because I got a little bit of energy. You may not be able to see this, but my you know, my thighs and my legs are shaking. You know, like I've got like, you know, jitters. You know, it's happening. I'm shaking. You know, I can't control myself. I haven't had coffee in over a week, and it's kind of hitting me hard, even though I didn't have that much. Wait, who else is from North Carolina in here? I'm not sure. Feel free to reach out if you want to, like, know how close you are to me or something, but I don't want to, you know, do that on stream, at least not yet. But yeah, so this is something that's, you know, I'm going to talk about this. Let me set this up. Let me cue this up. Let me cue all the things. Let me actually check for an update first before I cue all this. So let's see. All right. What? Wow, my YouTube comments are really bizarre sometimes. I'm still waiting on Mocktracy to debate me, by the way. Unfortunately, I don't think that that's happening. All right. So I got a very interesting comment. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm queuing up here. But I've got a very interesting comment. A very interesting comment, actually. Like one of the most interesting comments that maybe I've received in a long time. It's extremely interesting. So, okay. So I uploaded a video about YouTube demonetization a couple days ago, of which, of course, there's no update. They remonetized Ford Fisher and are just ignoring literally everyone else. So that's a huge problem. So I posted this video, and for whatever reason, a couple days later or a day or two later, I get this bizarre comment that is extremely hilarious. So, Nico House and the MCSC network says, "You hate Nico? Are you calling him a Nazi because he exposed the fact that you're an actual Nazi?" So, this is really funny because now again, I just want to bake this into the cake here. It is possible Nico House shares his login with other people. It is possible, right? I'll say it's possible. Now, why would someone else on the Nico House network go and fucking defend his honor like that? Like, seriously, it's a little bizarre. So what it seems to me is that Nico House forgot to log into his alt account, and he was talking about himself in third person, and it's extremely funny. But again, this guy has been doing this bizarre smear campaign, calling me a Nazi because I was a 4chan poster when I was a teenager, which of course is dumb, it's garbage, but I got out of that shit multiple years ago. Whereas, right, Nico House is a fully grown adult in his 30s, and I want to play this clip. This is him working with Jack Posobiec on an anti-Antifa documentary. Now, this is not 5 years ago. This is not 6 years ago. This is not when he's a teenager. This is him as a fully grown, I assume he's in his 30s. That's what he looks like. Adult, right? This is an adult going out there saying Antifa are terrorists. Let's watch.
People feel, but no one has really been able to explain why it's confusing for the left. They don't know whether to conflate.
Now, I want to underscore this a little bit. This guy's role, right? This guy's role in this documentary is to be the leftist, right? So Jack Posobiec, who, by the way, again, is a literal neo-Nazi. He works with people like Nick Fuentes and all that shit. He is a literal neo-Nazi, right? He hired Nico House. Nico refers to Jack as his friend, by the way. So Nico is friends with neo-Nazis right now, not 5 years ago, not when he was a teenager, not on anonymous fucking message boards. He is a friend to a neo-Nazi right now. And so his role in this documentary is to hop on and say, I'm a leftist and I hate Antifa too.
Antifa, Black Lives Matter, and then of course the Black Lives Matter movement We're told constantly that Antifa is merely an idea of anti-fascism and not an organization. However, that's antithetical to what the original Antifa actually was. The original Antifa was an organization that sparked from an idea. And so
only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
So again, this guy's argument is that Antifa is an organization and not an idea. And then he says, my supporting evidence of this argument is that the original Antifa was an organization that sparked from an idea. Okay, so Antifa's an organization, it's not an idea, and my evidence is 100 years ago it was an idea that turned into an organization. What? What? Like,
Antifa exists.
Right? So like this guy is like already like this argument is dumb as hell. But again, this is a movie, right? That was potentially shown to millions of people, probably mostly on the right, to compound their fear and hatred against anti-fascism, right? Like, this guy's calling me a Nazi because I posted awful garbage on a Twitter account with 30 followers when I was a teenager, right? For attention and for the lulz, because I was a dumb motherfucker of a kid, right? Whereas this guy is producing films for millions of people to hate anti-fascism and to equate them with Black Lives Matter. It's bizarre. Let's continue.
Antifa actually was. The original Antifa was an organization that sparked from an idea. And so I feel like when they say that it's not an organization, as if that's something to like to just celebrate, I feel like
that no one says that. No one ever has celebrated, oh yes, Antifa's not an organization, it's an idea. Oh, yippee, happy day. Like, what? Who has ever done that? Like, what? People are celebrating that Antifa's an idea, not a, like, again, the idea, right, is that anti-fascism is a political ideology. Similarly to how libertarianism is a political ideology, and then there is an organization called the Libertarian Party of the USA, right? One's an organization, one's the idea that funnels and fuels that organization. So, yes, there are organizations that have their first principle of being anti-fascist. Specific cities have chapters, right, of people that congregate and say, we hate fascism, we are going to group up and make sure that our city or our area is safe from the, you know, plague of Proud Boys and other right-wing militias, right? Yes, there are individual organizations that are anti-fascist. That doesn't mean Antifa is an organization. Like, again, words matter. When you say Antifa is an organization, that implies that there is one organization and that they have a monopoly on anti-fascism, which is not the case. Again, you can be a conservative without being a part of the Conservative Party of America. Yeah, that's right. There's a Conservative Party, right? You can be a constitutionalist without being a part of the Constitution Party of the USA. You could be a communist without being a part of the Communist Party of the USA. For this guy to not know that, either one, he's a dumb motherfucker, or two, he is lying in order to propagate far right-wing neo-Nazi propaganda. And again, this isn't 5 years ago. This is literally last summer, as he's a fully grown adult.
Like, that's disingenuous, and it also just makes me question the motives of those who do uplift Antifa. Because as a historian of leftist activism movements from the 50s and the...
Reminder, Nico House, I should have queued this up, but reminder, Nico House was saying Fred Hampton worked with racist Confederates. Not, you know, the young patriots or whatever that just at the time thought that the Confederate flag was their heritage because they've been browbeat about that. And Fred Hampton's first and foremost goal was to de-radicalize them. Not to say let's unify with racists, but to try to de-radicalize racists and get them into a working class movement of anti-racism. That was Fred Hampton's goal. But Nico House says he's a historian. He made this video a couple weeks ago. Not a couple years ago, not 10 years ago, right? Like, he made it a couple weeks ago and it got thousands of views of him saying Fred Hampton worked with white supremacists. That is not true. But again, this guy is a liar, he's a charlatan, and he's a psychological operation.
60s and the 70s, one thing that I do know is that if they were genuinely on the side of the BLM activists that they sometimes protest beside, you know, in other leftists, then they would be being vehemently attacked by all sides of the mainstream media. They would not necessarily.
They have been vehemently attacked by all sides of the mainstream media. Do you not pay attention to the news, Nico? Like, what? They'd be vehemently attacked by all sides. Like, what? Like, they do. Like, do you, like MSNBC, CNN, and Fox News and all those mainstream media were saying Antifa rioters, Antifa rioters, Antifa rioters, BLM rioters and looters. Rioters and looters! Woohoo! Like, what? So this guy is promoting a fan fiction, right, for right-wing audiences to think, oh yeah, MSNBC is pro-Antifa, and that means that they're bad, right? This is a lie, a smear campaign against a political ideology that is against fascism. Again, I debated Nico House like around a month ago. I asked him straight up, are you against fascism? He said, I'm a classical Antifa. Whatever the fuck that means. Right, but let's move on. Let's move on. This is him, not 5 years ago, not, 7 years ago, not like when he was a teenager. This is him last week, a week ago, saying Proud Boys and Antifa are the same.
The founder of the Proud Boys is a Fed. I don't think anybody was surprised by that at all. He looks like a narc. I mean, the Proud Boys, I've been saying.
He also said, by the way, the founder of the Proud Boys is a Fed. He's not the founder. Gavin McInnes is the founder, okay? Enrique Tarrio was like the current chairman because Gavin McInnes had to publicly step back because he was too racist and too evil, okay? So again, this guy doesn't even know what the Proud Boys are. So he's spreading misinformation to left-wing people, right? Ostensibly left-wing people, to say, yeah, Proud Boys, well, whatever, the founder, I don't know shit about him, but they're the same as Antifa.
The Proud Boys, I've been saying for a while, they're clearly the same thing as Antifa. Like, Antifa and Proud Boys just came up out of nowhere with Trump, and we're going to talk about that stuff on our Rockfin Premium.
So again, lying about Antifa. This is not just like one thing he did a long time ago. This is a pattern of active promotion of neo-Nazis, working with neo-Nazis, and promoting Nazi ideology. And I just want to like point at the end here. When we debated, he, in that debate, was behaving in a transphobic manner, telling me that I should worship Tulsi Gabbard because she wrote a bill that, by the way, we found out she didn't even write. She had no, she just had no interest or relation to a bill whatsoever. So Tulsi Gabbard releases an anti-trans sports fucking bullshit 2 weeks before she leaves Congress. Nico House said that that's good, protecting women. And in our debate, Nico House said to me, a trans woman, that I should worship Tulsi Gabbard because she did such great things for trans people. And then after the debate, someone told me, oh yeah, by the way, that's a lie. That never happened. Right? So this guy is not only working with Nazis right now, not 5 years ago. This guy is transphobic to trans people, not 5 years ago, right now. And this guy is lying about anti-fascism, lying about Black Lives Matter, lying about Fred Hampton. Like, seriously. And this guy's gonna call me a Nazi because he found my fucking 4chan post when I was a fucking stupid, garbage fucking teenager. I'm sorry, but I cannot buy this shit. And if you fall for this, fucking bullshit, how dumb are you? Like, are you really that dumb? Because, goddamn. And again, I believe in change. And I want to say this right now. I'm not here to cancel Nico House. If Nico House wants to make a public apology for working with Jack Posobiec and make a public apology for smearing Fred Hampton as unifying with white supremacists, if he wants to make a public apology for these things and spend, like in the next year or 2 years working on improving himself and educating himself, that's great. And I'm totally willing to give him that space. But he's not willing to give anyone else that space. So this guy is okay working with neo-Nazis, but he's willing to cancel someone for stupid shit they did as a teenager? I'm sorry. That is hypocritical and politically inconsistent. And this guy is a grifter, a psychological operation, and a Nazi collaborator, plain and simple. Stay mad, get triggered, and cry about it. Thank you. There you go. Max is woofing. I gotta turn my heat off. The sun's coming out. Oof, a little sweaty here. I mean, I'm not, holding my hat out for Nico to be fucking redeemed or to redeem himself, right? I don't think it's gonna happen, Probably not gonna happen. But again, I think we should give space for him, you know, just in case. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I think. Anyway, because again, the whole idea of debating people, the whole idea of doing exposés is to get people to change their mind. You know what I mean? That's the whole point. Why even do a politics show? Why do anything if you don't want to change people's minds? You know what I mean? Oh shit. $25 from the Police? Hardest working streamer in the biz and making our mornings great again. Great again. Make our mornings great again. I love it. But yeah, we got Fun Police giving me some cash money. Thank you. I appreciate that. But again, I don't know, man. These people are children. Nico House interviewed Boogaloo Boys, who are a white supremacist militia group. He's promoting the Proud Boys, which is a white supremacist militia group, and he's going to get mad at me because I did 4chan posts when I was a teenager that are just, again, truly indefensible and garbage. But again, I just like the idea of him being, oh, cancel culture. Oh, cancel culture. They're canceling me. Oh, my God. Oh. And he's going to go fucking dig up bullshit from, fucking 5 years. It's just, I'm sorry, man. The guy is dumb as fuck. The guy is dumb as fuck. And I just love the fact that he forgot to log into his alt account. It really is hilarious. That's one of the most important things that we can talk about in this, is that he forgot to log out or log into the alt account.
Antifa exists.
Jesus Christ. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone's having a good day. I'd like to say today is Sunday Run Day. For those of you that do not know what Sunday Run Day is, let me tell ya. So Sunday Run Day is every Sunday. What I do in the afternoon into the evening is I play video games and I speedrun them because I'm a loser and that's what I do. So I've decided today I think I'm going to do a speedrun of Halo 3. And I might come up with another game to do before or after, or I might do 2 runs of Halo 3. I'm not sure. But I'm going to be doing Halo 3. I just have really had a desire to play Halo 3 recently. And so I'm going to be playing Halo 3. So I'll maybe come up with something else. Maybe I'll do a Halo 1 run on top of that. I'm not sure. But I'm going to be playing some Halo today at the very least. And so I hope you join me for Sunday Run Day. Of course, during Sunday Run Day, it's an open chat room. You can talk about whatever you want. You can ask me any questions about any subject, and I'll give you my honest answers. We can have a 40-minute conversation on the philosophical, the philosophy of the philosophical, right? We can do that. We can have a fucking hour-long discussion about eugenics being morally neutral, right? I know some people are interested in such bizarre stuff. We can talk about how 88% of Americans have metabolic syndrome. I recently just discovered another fun fact. Well, it's not that much of a fun fact, that anywhere between 30 and 40% of Americans are pre-diabetic. And the reason why we don't have a hard statistic on it is because 80% of Americans with pre-diabetes don't even know they have pre-diabetes. Right? So as of right now, we know that 30 to 40% of Americans are pre-diabetic. We know 88% of Americans have metabolic syndrome, which is one of the chief ways that pre-diabetes and diabetes develops. It's a huge problem. Right, so we can talk about that for 15 fucking hours on Sunday Run Day if y'all would like. It's a chill, fun, lax environment while I play video games and, fucking talk about dumb shit. Alright, so let me move my monitor a little bit. Okay, cool. Which skulls am I turning on? Probably none. Maybe I would have been your doggy. Maybe Grump Birthday Party. I don't know what freely means. Temporarily embarrassed goddess. It makes sense that a lot of people wouldn't know in a country without universal health care. Yep, most people just wait until they get a fucking sugar crash and collapse on the floor and then wake up in the hospital and that's where they find out. But yeah, so I got some other news here. Not like, you know, Twitter drama bullshit. Which, again, I love engaging and indulging in Twitter drama. I love it, right? Like, that's my shit right there. But, like, also, I want to, you know, cover things that are actually important. You know what I mean? So it's like, we got to find that balancing effect. Freely the banana girl. Don't go down that rabbit hole. I don't... What? I'm at risk for diabetes in my family, but I've never been properly diagnosed. It just runs in my family. Type 1 or type 2? I might be pre-diabetic and trans, but I just power through it. Well, all right. Diabetic, just walk it off. Oh my god. Unknown soil is gone. Full black pill. Just walk it off, man. Suddenly we can talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene's DNA. I wish we could talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene's DNA.
All of a sudden we can't talk about Neanderthal DNA anymore.
Fucking hell. I liked Twitter when it was 140 characters. I disagree. 280 is much better. Sorry, Bob. Disagreed. Wyoming GOP censures Liz Cheney. What total? Oh my god. That's amazing. That's amazing, actually. If everyone could stop eating meat, including myself, that would be great for everyone and the animals, man. I feel bad. Sounds really bad eating meat now more than ever. I actually have been a vegetarian for almost a year. I became a vegetarian, I think, in the first week of March. And so, that's pretty cool. So, we're getting there. Yo, who, yo? Are you purposefully being dumb? Or are you actually dumb? Is eating for comfort better than the risks of serious depression and dark thoughts? It's been a rough 5 to 10 years. I was fit before and a pro skater, but stuff happens. Is eating for comfort better than risks of serious depression? I would try to find any way you possibly could to mitigate depression without eating, because that's a feedback loop that you can get stuck in. Like, for example, for most of my life, I was anywhere between 200 to 260 pounds. Right now, I'm a cool 155. I plumped up a little bit to 165 when I was in New Jersey, but I'm back down to 155. We're bringing it back. And so, again, I feel better than ever, and I can just tell you that feeling better, like, just being much healthier, you know, and all the other things that go around with, like, losing a lot of weight, really helps my depression. And there's a lot of other stuff that I've done to help my depression, like, you know, lucid dreaming, for example, that kind of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do, and I'd love to try to help out with that if I can. But can't we just put the vaccine in the water supply? Oh my god. Speaking of the water supply, I recently found out that the water supply in my city has 38 parts per billion of chloroform. So, I've apparently been drinking chloroform for the last, like, year. And that's kind of concerning. So I'm switching to bottled water. And I'm going to get a bunch of water filters at the soonest convenience that I have. But yeah, I just figured out that chloroform is in the water. Chloroform! And, if, you know, that's like a fucking, like, date rape drug. You know what I mean? Like, you, ho you. Are you stupid? Like, what are you doing? Why do you say you're trans? Because I am. Hello? Like, are you dumb? Is that hard to understand? Do you need, like, medical intervention? Yeah, so bottled water is just gonna be better, even if it is from a municipal source, just by the fact that they do run it through purifiers and shit. Send that to me on Discord, Chili. But I'm gonna get water filters, and I'm gonna go ham on that, spend like probably like $100 on clean water shit. I'm also debating getting a shower head that filters water, because I don't want to absorb chloroform through my skin, you know, like, fuck that shit. But yeah, so I've got this article here. I've got a couple articles here that I'm going to discuss. Some fellow. Hell yeah, we gotta shill that shit. I've been vegan for 6 years. I went mostly plant-based after reading Eat to Live by Dr. Joel Fuhrman in 2011. It's almost been a decade, which is crazy. Lost 75 to 80 pounds in 4 years. That's awesome. I lost 75 pounds in 1 year, but, you know, that's because I was very overweight at that point. Yes, episode 1111 is going to be a while before we get to 2222. It's going to be a long time, potentially years. So let's bask in the glory of episode 1111 while we still can. Can we talk about the ongoing legitimization of white supremacy, Christian fascism, and mainstream North American discourse politics and their connection to constant reinforcement of capitalism? We can talk about that during Sunday Run Day more, if you'd like. I look great. Thank you. You can go back and watch Above It All episode 1, and you'll see I'm a lot chunkier. In fact, let me just bring this on screen. Let me get it on. Let's do a flash in the past, right? Above It All, episode 1. Oh. I'm afraid of Above It All, episode 1, to be honest with you. Because I was talking about Bernie Sanders winning the primary. So, very scary, very scary. Man, I don't even know how to fucking search this. How do I can't find it. I don't know how to search my own channel, so we will not be doing a live comparison. Do I eat fish ever? I've only had fish sticks maybe a couple times when I was a kid. I had shrimp one time. Outside of that, I've never had fish, and I don't like it that much. So I had no more problem quitting fish because I never liked fish. Transgender is a new term I'm not familiar with. Are you like 90 years old and live in a fucking bubble? What? Dude, Yo-Yo Huyo, you've been watching my stream for like fucking a month now, man. Like, what are you doing? Like, what is this? Is this like a joke? Is this a joke? But anyway, needless to say, I've lost a lot of weight. All right, check Discord for number 1. Oh my god. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that shit. Oh, look at that. Oh no. So again, man, look at, I'm chunky as hell. You can totally tell I'm like fucking 70 pounds heavier. And again, reminder, Bernie Sanders polling at number 1. Oh, don't you love to see it? Don't you love to see it, man? Don't you love to see it? The thing, Captain Spock, is I talk about it all the time. Like, you have to, like, somehow manage to miss, like, every single fucking stream. And, like, it's bizarre. It's bizarre, like, because I talk about it all the time. You know? So it's like, that would be like watching my stream and going, like, oh, you're a communist? Like, wow, I never knew that. It's like, what? You know, it's like bizarre. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, I was highly attractive back then, but I think I am more attractive now. And I'm also healthier, so it's a win-win. I love seafood. Only meat besides cheese, eggs, and yogurt that I still eat. I'm not sure, Home. I'm going to maybe need to get some verifications on that at some point in time. It might be possible that I've crossed into the no-go zone. Biden actually said to Guy, listen here, fat. Yep. Oh, you don't eat buttered Pop-Tarts? What flavor is this apple Martini? Stop. Oh my god. Andrea's Antifa. What? Oh no. They're too distracted by your beauty to pat attention to what you're saying. That may be the case. And if that's the case, I mean, I'll take it. But anyway. Ba-ba-doo-da-doo-da. Do-do-do-ba-da-ba. All right, so let's get into actual news. Again, let's get into actual news. All right, so I'm sorry. Andrea's an FTV grifter. You know what the worst thing is? And this is why, again, yesterday Mocracy was like, I'm sorry, I can't debate. I'll do it later. And then like later on, I asked them, by the way, I think someone owes me $30. I think some people... because this guy is clowning out of the debate. So then later in Discord, it's like, I'm sorry, I can't do it. And then they kept leaving comments. And I'm like, hey, when are you going to debate? And they said, I'm sorry, I just can't do it. But they kept calling me a rad lib, right? And I kept asking them, what's a rad lib? And they said, someone that cares about identity politics. So, first of all, right? Max, are you okay? Are you hiccuping? So, rad lib is like another one of those like extremely, it's like, you know, boutique leftist, you know, it's like one of those things. So, okay, so I'm a rad lib because I don't think black people should be shot and killed by police at higher rates than everyone else. And I don't think people in general should be killed by police. I'm a rad lib because I believe that trans people shouldn't be fucking raped and killed in bathrooms if, you know, someone clocks them or something. Right? That makes me a rad lib. Now, what is liberalism? Like, these people don't know what liberalism means. Liberalism is a pro-capitalist fucking position, right? So, like, these people follow Jimmy Dumbfuck Dore, right? Jimmy Dore is a self-described capitalist, right? He's working, these people promote the People's Party, an anti-socialist, pro-capitalist party, and they're calling other people rad libs. Like, again, the sheer lack of education by these people is astounding. And when people say Jimmy Dore makes people stupid, that's exactly what they mean. It's like these people think, oh, a liberal is anyone that cares about transgenders. That's a liberal. If you've got a gay cousin, that makes you a liberal. What? Like, oh God, these people are just like,
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
Again, it's just so stupid. All right, so I'm sorry. I'm trying to get into the news, but y'all keep fucking pulling me in. All right? Doge, 6.29 cents, 6.3 cents. Dogecoin. Reminder, this is not financial advice. I am not a professional. I am just an individual. Anyway, let's get on to the news. All right, so I saw this, and I haven't read the article yet, but I saw the headline. The headline says, Wisconsin teachers put on administrative leave after asking students how they would punish slaves. So I guess this is how we introduce Black History Month in America. We ask, like, fucking third graders how they would punish a slave. Let's read. So, teachers at a Wisconsin middle school have been placed on administrative leave after an unapproved lesson about slavery upset families. Sixth graders at Patrick Marsh Middle School in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, received an assignment about ancient Mesopotamia that asked a question about how a slave should be treated. The school's principal said in a letter to the students on Monday, "A slave stands before you. This slave has disrespected his master by telling him, 'You are not my master.' How will you punish the slave?" the assignment read, according to a parent who shared a photo on her Facebook page. The punishment, ? According to Hammurabi's code, put to death, the assignment read. So it's not like, you know, trying to say, or try to, like, you know, yeah, if you see a slave, how do you punish them? And then it's like, oh, well, we shouldn't punish them. We should free slaves, and slavery is wrong. No, it's like, oh yeah, no, you should put them to death. It's like, what? The question was related to the Code of Hammurabi, a code of the law that set punishments and fines in the ancient region of Mesopotamia. Sun Prairie Area School District apologized in a letter sent to all families in the district on February 1st, okay? Now, again, you can teach people about slavery and the horrors of slavery. I have no problem with that. But, like, this whole idea of, like, saying, oh yeah, how would you punish the slave? I mean, I'm sorry, it's just really, really bad. Like, it's just not a good. It's no good. I mean, Jesus. We are writing today to apologize for a grave error in judgment that occurred during 6th grade social studies. 6th grade, okay, not 3rd grade. Instruction at Patrick Marsh Middle School. The district wrote in a letter, a small group of our teachers developed and used an activity that was neither racially conscious nor aligned to our district mission, vision, values, curriculum, or district equity statement. The district stopped instruction of the lesson and is investigating the incident. It said in the letter, the teachers involved in the lesson have been placed on administrative leave, the district wrote. I don't necessarily have a problem with administrative leave for the teachers here, provided that they actually realized what the problem was and they spend that administrative leave actually growing and educating themselves as better people. But again, I don't know how you can verify that. So I am no problem with that, As long as it's verifiable that these people know what they did was wrong, why it was wrong, and what they can do better, and they spend that time educating themselves. Again, now, would I rather just have another teacher replace them instantly? Sure. But, again, given the current situation that we're in with the pandemic and, not that many people are becoming teachers nowadays, like, that's what I mean, is like, I would prefer a teacher over no teacher, but, it's a little bit of an awkward situation here. In our preliminary findings, we have determined the lesson is not part of our district curriculum, and therefore no students should participate in or complete the assignment, the letter read. The staff issued a direct apology to the students in the class and their families. The timing of the assignment rubbed salt in the collective wound of African American families in the district. It was sent to students on the first day of Black History Month. And you can read, this is just people responding to that. But again, America's got a huge problem when it comes to education. It's a huge fucking problem. One of the classic ways that sees how, elementary schools, in schools lie to you is why do they always use black and white photos of Martin Luther King Jr., right? To make you think, oh, that was a long, long time ago. There's fucking, thousands of color photos of Martin Luther King Jr., right? But they use black and white photos. Oh, it was a long time ago. We fixed racism. That's what I was taught in school. 18, 17 years ago. But it's just, it's bizarre. It's just, it's bizarre that, none of these people just know anything about this shit. They just have no understanding whatsoever of the world around them. It's strange. It's strange. And these are the people educating our children. Right? And this is what happens, when you have, an education system that for the last 40, 50 years has been, you don't learn how to educate students on critical thinking or how to read a book properly or how to grasp words properly or how to understand, media literacy or something. They teach children a set of facts and then they test them on those facts. And those facts might not even be true. It's just they treat them as a set of facts, and then you get tested on them, and then you find out 30 years later, oh shit, I was just lied to. You know what I mean? It's bizarre. It's bizarre, and it's disgusting, and there needs to be more action besides just putting this person on administrative leave. They need to re-educate this person. This is a teacher. This isn't some random person. This teacher needs to maybe have their license suspended or whatever and go through some mandatory classes on sensitivity training and all that other shit in order to become a teacher. Once again, that's my remedy on that situation. And I've got a smudge on my glasses, so I'm going to go ahead and fix that. I cannot see the chat room. I see that people are chatting. I see new messages popping up, but I cannot see the chat room. All right, I can see the chat room again. Z50, if a Trump supporter wants to stop hating everyone except, cisgender, heterosexual, white, males, that would be great. But until then, no, you're garbage. First and foremost, if you want to be treated as a special and beautiful person, you need to treat other people as special and beautiful people. And so if you're going out there saying poor people deserve to be homeless and all that shit that Trump supporters do, I'm sorry, you're a dumb motherfucker. 1619 Project, yes, yeah, those are two different things. Those are two very different things. Yo, who yo? I'm happy for you that you're going through this education, but bizarre chat messages nonetheless. What does that mean? Implied to me surgery or chemical changes of it. What does that even, what? You just said you've never heard the word before. So it's I don't know. Lesson number 3. This is a pile of dirt. Yes, that's lesson number 3. Absolutely. But I want to talk about more schools. Right? Because it's not, just school in Wisconsin that's a problem. It's also schools in Utah. All right. So I've got this article here from The Hill that I'd like to read. And again, I only read the headline. I'm going to read through the whole story on the stream for the first time. It's a way to save myself some time, and, you know, we'll see how this goes. So a school in Utah, this article is from The Hill yesterday. Utah school allowing parents to opt students out of Black History Month curriculum.
As far as my relationships with all people, I think I have great relationships with all people. I am the least racist person in this room.
All right. Okay. So a Utah charter school, of course it's a fucking charter school, right? That incorporates Black History Month into its lesson plans is now facing backlash from some after the school announced it was allowing parents to opt students out of the curriculum. Maria Montessori Academy Director Mika Hirokawa announced the decision in a Friday post on the school's private Facebook page, according to local news outlet The Standard Examiner. Hirokawa wrote that he reluctantly sent a letter to families stating that administrators were allowing them to exercise their civil rights to not participate in Black History Month at school. Hirokawa said in the post that a few families had asked not to participate in the curriculum, though he declined to tell the Standard Examiner the exact number of parents who had contacted the school or the reasons they gave for making their request. Personally, now, again, I'm just throwing this out there, but we should maybe think about Child Protective Services. I'm just saying. You know, there's a lot of problems with Child Protective Services, but there needs to be some intervention, maybe get some social workers in these families, right? Because that's horrifying shit. The public charter school, What? The public charter school director added that the demand from parents deeply saddens and disappoints me. We should not shield our children from the history of our nation, the mistreatment of its African American citizens, and the bravery of civil rights leaders, but should educate them about it, Hirokawa said. Hirokawa told the Utah news outlet that I'm sorry for my hiccups. That which serves elementary and middle school students incorporates Black History Month into social studies and history lessons, with a particular effort this year to highlight the achievements of African American figures in U.S. history. Hirokawa, who is of Asian descent and noted that his great-grandparents were sent to Japanese internment camps, told the outlet that he believes there is a lot of value in teaching our children about the mistreatment, challenges, and obstacles that people of color in our nation have had to face, or rather have had to endure, and what we can do today to ensure that such wrongs don't continue. Now, again, this is a pretty decent apology, right? But, like, come on, you should have stood your ground. Like, when someone calls up and says, hey, can you not teach my children about gravity? I don't believe in gravity. Like, yeah, about that. So gravity exists, and we're going to teach your child about gravity. I'm sorry for that. And then you hang up the phone. Sorry, Mike, I don't want you teaching my child about, health or, nutrition. I would rather them just eat Fruity Pebbles all day, thank you. Schools don't do that anyway, but you get my point. It's like, what? Like, what? Hey, I would rather you not teach my child about World War II. I think it's a little uncomfortable. It's like, what? What do you think schools are for? One parent at the school, Rebecca Bennett, reportedly wrote in a comment on Hirokawa's Facebook post that she was appalled to see the form sent out that allows parents to opt their kids out of this, and to hear that this is all because some parents have requested it. I echo others who are disappointed to hear that this was even made an issue in the first place by some families in our school's community. She added, I would want to get my kids the fuck out of there. The school's board of directors declined to give the Standard Examiner additional information on the decision. The Hill reached out to the charter school for comment. According to the Utah State Board of Education, only 3 of the 322 students in the academy are black, with white students making up roughly 70% of the school's population. Oh, that makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
Ugh. Z50, how dumb are you? Every single month besides February is white month. Hell, February is white people month. How dumb are you, dude? Like, I know Z50 is like 70 years old and they're just a dumb motherfucker who probably voted for Ronald Reagan 3 times, right? So, like, I get it. The guy's a dumb motherfucker, but, like, Jesus fucking Christ. Dumb motherfucker. I would like to introduce everyone to today's Daily Dullard, Z50. Ah, shit, I fucked up the, I would like to introduce everyone to today's Daily Dullard, Z50. There you go. The Daily Dullard. I'm 61 and Reagan was great! Ah! Dude, Z50, I'm 24 years old. Of course I don't own a home. Like, hey, I'm 60 years old, and I know I'm 3 times your age, and was born and raised in an environment where the minimum wage was actually something that people could live off of, and where homes were significantly cheaper. But guess what? Do you own a home? Fake news. Like, what? Like, a lot of, like, are you saying you can't be dumb if you own a home? It's impossible to be dumb if you own a home? What? What? Like... What?
Everybody digging my chili, what I'm laying down? That is not true.
Like, yeah, you got a home before the fucking housing crisis of 2008. You got a home, right? Like, at 29, like I said, when homes were literally, like, fucking 1/10 the price that they are now. Like, dude, do you have any idea what society that you're living in? Do you have any idea? Like, have you ever been outside and have spoken to random people about anything? I bet my IQ is higher than yours. Oh my god, that screenshot. Than yours. I love than yours, dude. Hold up. Y'all ready for this? This motherfucker's IQ is higher than mine? Oh my god, everybody. My IQ is way higher than yours. Than my what? What happens next?
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
What does that mean? Like, what does that mean? Your IQ is way higher than mine? Well, then my what? What happens next? That's a cliffhanger. How are you going to give us a cliffhanger at a time like this? I want to know how the story ends. How does the story end, Z50? Tell me. Oh my god. Not sending their best. These people are not sending their best. This is Z50, by the way.
As far as my relationships with all people, I think I have great relationships with all people. I am the least racist person in this room.
You can't even get a job. What skills do you have? Dude, first of all, I have a job. One that pays more than minimum wage. Fortunately, I'm very privileged and fortunate for that. Second of all, there's a fucking pandemic, and the unemployment rate is like the highest it's been in history for the longest period since the Great Depression. Third of all, like, who the fuck are you talking to, dude? You mix up then and than, and you're trying to act like you're smarter than everyone else? You think black people shouldn't exist in schools and you're smarter than everyone else? Come on, man. Like, this is fucking ludicrous, y'all. You are a dumb motherfucker. Dumb motherfucker. One of the dumbest motherfuckers. So I want to highlight this. This is just going to be a short and sweet one. All right, so Bernie Sanders, my good friend Bernard Sanders, Chairman Bernard, tweeted out what I like to refer to as maybe one of the best tweets of all time. We got some classic sarcasm and snark here, and I just wanted to like highlight this. So we all know that the Democrats campaigned on in the January 5th, I think, runoffs in Georgia. They campaigned on sending $2,000 checks next week. Now, that turned into when they get sworn in, which is fine. Get sworn in, right? 2 weeks later, you get sworn in, and then you do the $2,000 checks. And then that turned into, oh, well, we're going to do $1,400 instead. And then that turned into, oh, we're going to give less people the $1,400. So Bernie Sanders, again, chairman of the budget, Bernard Sanders says, unbelievable. There are some Dems who want to lower the income eligibility for direct payments from $75,000 to $50,000 for individuals and $150,000 to $100,000 for couples. In other words, working class people who got checks from Trump would not get them from Biden. Brilliant! I love it. Brilliant! I love this guy. I love this guy. And I just want to, again, play Bernie's best moment in history.
In case you don't know, and you haven't seen the latest polls, the American people hold the President of the United States in contempt. They hold this institution in contempt. They hold the Republican Party in contempt. They hold the Democratic Party in contempt.
I love it. I love it. So again, during Donald Trump's tenure as president, Americans got $1,800. Now, I hope Joe Biden does more stimulus packages. We need $2,000 a month, retroactive to March. Anything less than that is participating in genocide. Now, it's bizarre to me that Joe Biden doesn't want to just do the 2,000. Like, it's literally not that much money. Joe Biden has said that he's open to deficit spending. This is already a giant bill with a lot of deficit spending. Just give the Americans the extra cash. It's not going to hurt anything, motherfucker. Right? And I love that Bernard is in on this. It's great. And again, he's chairman of the budget. He's a high-ranking Senate official, and this is absolutely brilliant. I wish he were president. Of course I wish he were president. But chairman of the budget, I'll take it, right? This is amazing. I love this tweet. Brilliant! I love it. I love it. I love it. So, just wanted to give a special shout out to my good friend, Bernard Sanders. I'm writing a fanfic in which Bernie's family gets evicted from their Brooklyn apartment by Fred Trump, and Bernie organizes a street fight with the Donald. Oh my God. Can we do it? Like, can you base it on Rocky 5? Please base it on Rocky 5. God bless Rocky 5, by the way. Captain Spock, here's the problem. These filings are based on 2019 tax returns, not 2020, not what their current employment status is. So again, millions of people lost their jobs in 2020. Millions of people lost their jobs. So because you had a decent job in 2019 and you lost your job and lost your house, that means you don't deserve the money? What? Come on. Come on. Let's be real here. Come on. Here's the thing. It's easier to give every single American the money and then rake it back on the next tax year. Oh, you make $300,469 in a year? Well, we'll give you the $1,400. We'll give you the $2,000. And then you'll just pay it back in the taxes in the next year. That way you get the money out faster. You spend less time, worrying about, which, gets it out faster. And then 3, it's much easier paperwork-wise to get the money back. You can use your 2020 taxes if you file right now. Maybe. But aren't there, penalties if you file early or whatever? People shouldn't be forced to, incur penalties of any kind because of that. I would rather get my stimulus check in the form of Dogecoin, to be honest with you. How's AMC doing? It's doing pretty well, actually. You young turds are going to have it rough. My generation had it good. Oh, thank you for understanding my point from earlier. There's no penalty to file early. I remember hearing about, like, you know, I don't work a typical job, right? So I'm technically self-employed, so I don't know all the tax stuff. But I think because like, if you file early, there's less time to accrue, and then you get, like, I guess less of a tax return or something. Which, like, again, a lot of people, they rely on tax returns for, you know, home improvement or, you know, fixing their car or that kind of stuff. So I think it's just a really dumb idea. It should just be given to every person in America. Again, Rashida Tlaib had a bill in March, I believe. There was a debit card that was recharged once a month to every American person, not citizen, every American person got a debit card that was recharged with $2,000 once a month. That is the idea. Anything less than that is genocide, in my opinion. I believe that's not correct. Okay, I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, you know? I don't do taxes like normal people, so I'm just going off of what my family have said. I rely on my tax returns to buy massive amounts of Dan Bongino's chili. Oh my God.
Everybody digging my chili, what I'm laying down, that is not true.
That's y'all right now on my fake news misinformation campaign. This guy's been here. Yeah, Z50's been here since summer, I believe. Money comes out of thin air. It actually literally does come out of thin air. The government literally just creates it. Like, you might not actually know this, but we have printing presses, right? So what we do is we chop down trees and turn it into paper, and then we print a bunch of fancy drawings on the paper, and then that turns into money. Money literally comes out of thin air. Like, it literally is not, like, there is no such thing as money. My dad was a MASH doctor. He hated MASH. What is MASH? What does that mean? Said it was sickening to make comedy out of war. What is that, like a movie or something? Overeating is self-harm. I agree. I probably am or was pre-diabetic, but just went from 35 BMI to 33, and I'm still dropping weight. So I'm happy for you, Mills. MASH. Oh, I think I've heard of that. I think MASH was a show. Okay. Yeah, I think I've heard of it, but when I hear MASH, I think of potatoes. So again, I just want to remind everyone. Later today, I'm going to be doing Sunneth Day, motherfucking Runneth Day. So I'm probably thinking of getting out of here a little earlier. So like maybe in like 10 more minutes from now. That way I can work on some other things, and then I'll be back in a couple of hours. And again, I'm going to be doing some Halo speedrunning. Now again, I'm bad at Halo, so that first and foremost has to be understood. Very, very, very bad at Halo. But I'm going to be doing some Halo 3 today. I might do 2. I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, what should I do? Like, I don't know. Y'all can tell me. And again, during my Sunday run days, you can come into the stream and you can talk about literally anything. If you want to talk about being pre-diabetic, if you want to talk about how 88% of Americans have metabolic syndrome, if you want to talk about how 95% of Americans don't get enough fiber, if you want to talk about how, like, you know, capitalism is, you know, decaying in real time, if you want to, you know, all that kind of shit. Also, plug my stuff. Thank you, digging my chili, because I always forget about that, right? Also, if you want to give me money, that is an option. Like, that is literally something you can do. There's Cash App, there's PayPal, and there's Patreon. Give me the cash, baby. Hit me up. I need to get, like, a sound drop for, like, money-related things. Like, I need to get, like, Bernie Sanders talking about, like, fucking MMT or something for my plug sound drop. I don't know what the, like, Super Bowl prediction. I don't know who's in the Super Bowl. Is that today or tomorrow or what? I'm not a football person. Who's in the Super Bowl? What are they doing? The only football teams I know are the Eagles, because I grew up in New Jersey and my family's all about that shit. And the Patriots, because the Patriots beat the Eagles at one point, and I remember my family getting really upset and depressed for weeks on end. Those are the only 2 football teams I know off the top of my head, so I don't know. So if you want to come to Sunday Runday and watch the Super Bowl in another tab and we can talk about how bad it is, there you go. That's another option. I think I'll start Sunday Runday at like maybe 3 p.m., maybe 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which would be about 3.5 to 4.5 hours from this very moment. I'll set up the stream page, obviously. Buccaneers versus Chiefs. Sounds cringy? The only chief I care about is the Master Chief. Tune in for Halo 3, motherfucker. Hello, Roxanne Fisher. How can you reach to me if you want to interview me? You can email me. Andrea@speed.dog. You can join my Discord server. Which is on speed.dog itself, but I'll get you that link. You can join my Discord server and DM me. You could DM me on Twitter. I've got open DMs on Twitter. So you can DM me on this platform as well. And hit me up. I don't mind doing any appearances for anybody. Yeah. Do YouTube moderators get paid? I'm a single mom who needs to supplement her income, looking into offering up my free time to different progressive shows. I don't have mods, so. Okay, Zed50 has talked about this before, that like his kids are like Bernie bros and communists. So I think that's why Zed50 is here. I think that's why Zed50 hates this stream so much, because it reminds him constantly that his children are much more intelligent than he is. You know what I mean? Like, Zed50's children, God bless him, are significantly more intelligent than he is. And I think he resents that a little bit, like a Tim Allen kind of resentment. I mean, mods don't get paid by default, but like, I'm sure some people would pay their moderators, you know? Like, I'm sure there's some sort of, you know, like stream out there that would say, hey, I'll give you like whatever to be a mod or something. Like, I'm sure that that exists somewhere, but I don't do that, and I don't know anyone that does that. Rotful, not Rothful, but Rotful. Yeah, Freak Litcher. When I was in New Jersey, my family loved Tim Allen's awful new show or whatever, and it was awful. Like, it was one of those things, like, my family aren't, like, conservatives or anything. Like, I don't know why they like that show. I think it's one of those things where it's, like, it's on the same network as another show that they like, so they just put on that network and deal with it kind of a thing. But, like, fucking this guy's show was so bad. Like, every single episode that I watched had Bernie Sanders as a commie jokes. Every single episode was Bernie Sanders is a commie. Did you know Bernie Sanders is a communist? Communism is evil. Bernie Sanders is evil. Bernie's a commie. Like, in every single episode. Like, it's supposed to be a sitcom or something. You know? And it's like, what? You know, I just... I got wise to my kids after I said school was good, and they told me my attitude was noticed. Oh my god, what does that mean? My criminal daughter has... Wait, my criminal daughter! Oh my god! My criminal daughter! What does that mean? I keep saying Zed like a Canadian or British person. Why don't I say Z? Because I think well, first of all, so people like you would ask me that question, and I love that, and I think it's interesting. 2, because I like integrating all forms of language in the way that I speak, so I'm not specifically American, I'm not specifically Canadian, British, or any other English-speaking country. I love incorporating all kinds of words and phrases. And 3, because Zed is just cool. Like, it sounds way cooler than Z. You know, it's like reminds me of like, you know, like fucking Pulp Fiction or something. Like Zed's dead. You know, like, you know, it's just cool, man. It's just cool. Like Zed's way cooler than Z. Fuck Z. What is Z? Z? Nah, dude. Fuck it. Zed? Z50's been here for a while. Doom run today? Maybe not. I'm gonna be doing some Halo, so it's close. School has gone downhill. Some of the assignments are Confusion City, and when you criticize that your kids' grades drop all of a sudden. I don't have kids, so I don't know about that. I am Z50's age and have friends like him, the ones who didn't go to college. They are too brain fucked from their echo chamber. I love you, Captain Spock. They're too brain fucked. God bless your soul. To much music in the late 90s and they called JZ. I love JZ. The Queen's English. Oh my god. I have not played The Last of Us. A reliable... Oh my god. MTG is Magic the Gathering, of which Yu-Gi-Oh! Is superior to. Hello, the Fitzinator. But yeah, this stream is basically over. You know, if anyone wants to ask any more questions or have conversations about whatever, feel free to join the stream later. I'll be live again in a couple hours with some video games. And when I do play video games, I'm not talking about anything in particular. I'm not going to talk about the video game. Like, I might say, God, I love this fucking game. Like, I might do that kind of stuff. But, like, it's really just free range. So if you want to come in to the stream in a couple hours and ask me about why I say Zed or why Yu-Gi-Oh! Is superior to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah, I'm cutting out early here so that I can do some other stuff before the stream is set up and all that, and, you know. And I'll be live later. Love Halo? Hell yes. I'm doing some Halo 3. I might do Halo 1 or I might do a second run of Halo 3. It depends on my mood. It depends on my mood. I remember hearing Jesus is better than Yu-Gi-Oh! That's a very controversial statement. May or may not be true. Zed's dead, baby. Oh my god. Zed's dead. Thank you for that. Fuck it, I'll play it on stream. Fucking Zed. It's such a good...
Whose motorcycle is this?
It's a chopper, baby.
Whose chopper is this?
Zed's.
Who's Zed?
Zed's dead, baby.
Zed's dead. Oh my god. Fucking Zed's dead. Oh, fuck. Alright, Lindsay, y'all have a good one. Do you say while or whilst? I mix it up. In New Jersey, when you go to a funeral, you get prayer cards. You can turn it into a TCG. Oh my fucking god. Please, Unknown Stoyle, please. Alright, y'all. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the introductory experience. It appears that Doge is at 7 cents, 6.9 cents. Jeez. I wish I didn't sell all my stack at fucking 5.8, but you know, what are you going to do? Reminder, this is not financial advice. I'm not a professional in any capacity. Do not treat me as such. Thank you. But again, hopefully you enjoy the introduction. I will be back in a couple hours with some long-form philosophical Halo streams, and I'll be having a great day. I hope you all have a great day. Where should I buy Doke? I use Binance, but wherever you can, you know. I use Binance, though. I play Halo on PC with the Master Chief Collection. Anyway, thanks for the FTV coverage. It was cathartic. Hey, no problem. I got you. And if it rears its ugly head again, you never know if Brianna Joy Gray is gonna do another like fucking takedown of Sam Sater, right? So anyway, we'll see. Anyway, goodbye. I love you all. Have a great rest of your day.
Oh, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce. I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
They're not accountable to anyone.
As far as my relationships with all people, I think I have great relationships.
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or
racist
Trump,
person
and
in
you
this
ain't
room.
black.
As far
They're not accountable to anyone. I get 10 to 12 million views a month, and they won't come out and address my progressive audience. They won't come out and address Bree's audience, or Katie's audience, or Justin Jackson, or you. They are not accountable to us. They're accountable to whoever the fuck.
Get your words straight, Jack.
Let's not kid ourselves. As Chris Hedges taught us a long time ago, the people attracted to politics are the most mediocre of people. They're not your friends. They are elected servants. And stop fucking treating them that way.
I hear Brownie is seconding you in the background.
They're not your fucking friends. They're the people standing in between us and fucking healthcare. They're putting their fucking personal position ahead of that. Don't fucking forget that. I'm talking about anybody who's a progressive in Congress who isn't endorsing hashtag the vote. All those motherfuckers who didn't show up today at our town hall. Every fucking one of them is selling you out and canceling you for their own personal gain.
I get your words straight, Jack. I get your words straight, Jack.
Oh yeah, but you're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were, but you're now you gotta be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh yeah, but you're a
The reason the market is doing what it's doing is people are sitting at home getting the checks from the government, okay? And this fair share is a bullshit concept. It's just a way of attacking wealthy people.
Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics.
We all these should be self-evident.
Can you imagine if I lose
All
my
men
whole
want
life?
to create it.
I'm going to say I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country.
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black, and you ain't black.
And he's like this, and we were, I need water, help me, I need water, help. And he's, this is on live television.
Look, talk about education. I propose that what we take is those very poor schools, Title I schools, triple the amount of money we spend, from 15 to 45 million a year. Give every single teacher a raise equal raise getting out the $60,000. Number two, make sure that we bring in to help the student, the teachers deal with the problems that come from home. The problems that come from home. We have one school psychologist for every 1,500 kids in America. It's crazy. The teachers are retired. I'm married to a teacher. My deceased wife is a teacher. They have every problem coming to them. We have to make sure that every single child does in fact have 3, 4, and 5-year-olds go to school, not daycare, school. We bring social workers into homes and parents to help them deal with how to raise their children. It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night. Good news is, for me, I'm here. The bad news for you is, I'm coming back.